This is the Mercedes Maybach S600. Yes, Maybach, the very same name that once adorned the uber luxury cars meant to compete with Bentley and Rolls-Royce, the most expensive of which would cost you over $1 million. This new Maybach S600, though, starts at around $200,000, so it's a bargain. To answer why, we must first take a closer look at the car. If you think this looks like a standard S-Class, you'd be on the right track. It starts out as an S600, featuring all the latest goodies and doodads you'd expect from a top-of-the-line Mercedes, but this one's longer, much longer. In fact, it's nearly 8 inches longer than the long wheelbase S-Class, with most of that increase enlarging the room around the back seat. Now think of all the modifications done to make an AMG more sporty, faster, and crazier. Now apply that level of modification to make the car more luxurious and quieter, and that's kinda how you get a Maybach. You could drive a Maybach S600. You have a wheel that makes the car turn when you do this. You have pedals that make it go and stop. You have a clever bit of glass in front of you that's see-through, so you don't drive into things. Underneath that long piece of metal with the Mercedes badge on it is an engine. It's a V12 with a turbo on each side that gives it 523 horsepower and 612 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of power, but it's not meant for crazy acceleration. Instead, it's meant for gracefully passing other less important motorists on the road. We of course tested the Maybach, but doing that felt wrong. This isn't what the car wants to do. But here are the numbers. You can see them here, here. Let's put one right there, and right there. That's probably good, yeah. Still though, when you drive the Maybach, you feel like you're doing something wrong. But in order to fully appreciate how well the S600 works, we have to look at it from the perspective of the back seat. So let's pretend like we're gonna be chauffeured in it. Let's pretend like we're leaving a restaurant into the foggy night. Ideally, we'd have a driver here to help us open the door. We can't afford one on our budget, so I'll do it myself. But let's take a look inside. So what do you notice when you hop in the back of a Maybach? Well, everything's really nice. The materials are excellent everywhere. Wonderful leather on the things you touch, like here, and leather on the things you don't touch, like up here. The seat is supportive and comfortable. There's a pillow thing on the back of the headrest that feels really nice just to dig into. The floor mats even are like this wonderful shag carpet that you kind of just want to feel with your bare feet. So I've actually taken off my shoes just because it feels nice back here. Toys at your disposal. You have so much. It's almost hard to remember exactly what you have. You have toggles here to control the windows, of course, but also to control the shades, which cover all the back glass. You can control the rear sunroof. Yes, you have a sunroof back here. You can control the shade, which will open and retract, but you can also control the opacity of the glass. So if you want to see the sun but not feel the heat, you can do that. Down here, you have your Mercedes Maybach ashtray. Down here, you have your Mercedes Maybach wireless headphones if you want to block out the world and, not talk to your driver and just listen to the music or whatever. Down here you have a remote. Now, that side has a remote, this side has a remote. Of course, because we have our own screens, but of course because we also want to control the main display up front. Through this, I can control the intensity and type of my seat massage. All 4 seats in this car have massages in them. The armrests are heated. I can control that through here. The seats are heated and cooled. I can control that here. This can control navigation options. This can control stereo options. This can control the entire car. See this red mood lighting here? Well, through this, I can control what color that is and how bright it is. It goes on and on and on and on. Down here, of course, you have cup holders with fancy water and a fancy glass bottle, but you can also get Maybach champagne flutes, which are magnetized so they hold into the cup holders better and don't fall over while you're driving. You have all kinds of power outlets, 12 volt, USB, all that. You have tables for your tablet, for your laptop, for your dinner to have right there. Behind that, you have a little cubby hole with a fridge with divots cut out perfectly for your champagne bottles. But let's say you don't want to do any of that. Let's just say you want to relax and try to sleep en route to your next appointment. Well, through this button here, I press that. The front passenger seat goes towards the dash to give me more room for my feet. The headrest on the front passenger seat will actually drop down so the driver can still see. The rear screen on the front seat will articulate so I can still see it. This seat will recline, the headrest will go back, the leg rest will go up. Out of the front seat, a footrest will appear, and voila, you are riding in comfort. Now, this is important because, well, it's comfortable, but also you've relocated where you're at in the car, and sound changes when you move around in the car. To that end, Mercedes says this is the quietest production sedan in the world. They've gone through great lengths to make sure you can't hear the outside world once you're on the inside. They've massaged the airflow around the car. They've changed the seals. They've changed the windows. This construction here, the way they've moved this, was done to make sure it's quieter and to make sure you have more room. All in all, it's very nice. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely absurd, but very nice. To test out how well it works, we'll need to use it for its intended purpose. What better way to test out its capabilities than by chauffeuring a well-known internet celebrity to their next shoot? This celebrity is known for their shrewd eye and utmost in luxury appointments. He's a legend in the world of style, and he'll be the best to judge the Maybach's capabilities. Good afternoon, Mr. Freiberger. Thank you, sir.
I thought I told you to bring the good car. What is this junk?
I believe you'll find it quite adequate, Mr. Freiberger. This is the Mercedes Maybach S600.
My what?
Maybach.
I know of Mayblow.
So think of Maybach as the luxury equivalent to AMG. You're familiar with AMG, right? That's not too far out of the realm of old
so
American
much.
cars.
No.
So AMG makes hot rods, basically.
I've heard that.
AMG is the performance arm of Mercedes.
Okay.
Maybach is the obscene luxury arm of Mercedes.
So how much is this thing?
It starts at $190,000.
Oh, that's a bargain.
Actually, it is.
I thought you were going 250 and up.
You may actually be surprised to hear that is a bargain.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I've seen what you drive. Yeah, no, that's not bad.
So under the hood, you'll be with me on this. Twin turbo V12.
That's approved.
523 horsepower.
What? How do you
600
have twin turbos, 12 cylinders, and only 500 horsepower?
Because you have 613 pound-feet of torque.
It still doesn't add up.
So we're not talking
not
about
right.
peak power. Think across broad power band.
It better be making peak power at 4,000 RPM for that kind of number.
It might be making peak power at 1,000 RPM.
It better. My junk makes that power at idle.
But your junk doesn't run.
Well, it does. At idle.
Over your left shoulder, you'll see a compartment. Not over, I mean underneath.
Underneath my left shoulder?
Right behind your left shoulder, there's a compartment right there.
This one.
Drop that, and then drop the one behind that.
Well, there's an
the
eject
second,
button.
the other one.
This is making me work too hard for it. I disapprove of this design.
I'd reach back there, but you don't pay me enough.
Oh, is this my cooler?
That's your fridge, and
Yeah.
you'll find some bottles of water in there.
How do you open it though?
There should be, there you go.
All right,
So
you gotta be
chilled
smarter
bottle
than
of
the
water,
fridge.
ready to go for you.
Not bad. Okay, no Corona. What?
I just realized I haven't told you about the cologne system in this car.
There's a clone system?
Cologne.
Cologne.
Well, you could
not
make-
clone.
Cologne.
Cologne? I thought you
Cologne.
said clone.
Clone.
I thought you were gonna clone me back here. There's cologne.
So in the glove compartment,
Yeah.
there is a scented tub of scented like Mercedes juice.
Mercedes juice. Let me see it. Oh,
So take a whiff of that.
this is Maybach juice.
Scented Mercedes Maybach juice.
A Garwood. Oh, wow. if I open this, you're gonna make me spill it on
Oh,
myself.
please do not open that. So the way that works is the filtration system goes into the glove box.
Yeah.
And the scent from that goes into the filtration system and goes through the rest of the car as a result.
Can we put 90 weight in this?
You see the screen? Is that on?
No,
Right here?
let me fire that up too.
There's an on button.
Oh, seat settings. Wow, this is wazoo.
So you can control the seat massage through there. You can do a hot stone massage.
Wow, is there a screen so I can have a moment to myself? I thought that it would be more like, you know, when you go to those high-end hotels and put the quarter in the bed.
You thought it was just gonna be a Vibromatic?
Right. Yeah, I thought it would like need me more. I mean, not to full release or anything.
So you would be happier if there was a slot that you drop a quarter in and the seat just choked.
I'd feel like I got ripped off from my quarter if I paid 25 cents for what I'm getting right now.
So when you think of fine dining establishments, I know exactly what's on your mind. It's over here next to the Walmart.
Yeah, hook me up. I'm fantastic, can't you tell? I would like a green bean burrito, a churro, and a medium iced tea. And what would you like, Minion?
Spicy grilled chicken burrito for me.
Medium? That's correct. Thank you. Oh, you're hitting curb.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Where?
The left rear tire's up on the curb.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I can't hear that at all.
Thank you. When you go home, will you tell everybody that you served me today? That you served me today. Do you not know who I am? I'm Brad Pitt.
You almost had her, man. You almost had her.
I think there was a moment of doubt in her mind, but she
Almost.
didn't fall for it.
You came on a little strong.
When you have a Maybach, you can eat your churro first, right? Sweet potato fries are a massive oversell, under-deliver.
Really? You don't like sweet potato fries?
Nah.
I gotta disagree with you on that one.
Really?
Yeah, I like sweet potato fries a
I'll
lot.
have to just go ahead and disagree with you there.
Yeah. Wait, my disagreement?
I'm disagreeing with your disagreement. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna disagree with that disagreement.
Yeah, your opinion is wrong.
Next. So where are we going to next? Sir.
You know Alana from Hot Rod?
Yes, of course.
We're going up to her place because I have to drop some junk off and pick some junk up.
Was that the junk in the box?
Junk in the trunk.
Junk in the trunk. We literally have junk in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's cute when he's all tuckered out. Here we are, sir.
Ah, good vehicles. So Alana and Tom have this amazing backyard. They're totally into Mopar stuff, and they just got this Dodge pickup. It's a 77 extended cab. Check out the 69 Satellite wagon over there. There's a crew cab. I feel way more at home now. I'm beginning to feel a certain betrayal for spending that much time in the Maybach. How many miles are on this thing? 62,000. I'm guessing that's original. And appropriately, it completely smells like gasoline inside. Wow, that's way better than the little Mercedes juice jar. Ah, home. So you're letting me borrow this and take it home?
Yeah, why not? You can probably hook the battery up.
I need to return to my roots. I need to cleanse myself after having ridden here in the Mercedes. So, any secret to slamming and not gacking fenders or anything? Or doing that? It has strong springs. Sorry about that. Oh! I'm sorry, man, that is strong.
But see, you've been out of
I did it twice.
Hot rodding for like, what, half an hour with that car, and you can no longer even close a hood? That car's not good for you.
I've never had that before. That's like, sorry about that. Uh-oh. I'm breaking things left and right.
This is what happens when you start going all fancy.
I slammed the hood and your badge fell out.
Just hold on to it.
This is so much more roadkill. Well, I can't deny the Mercedes is really, really good, but it just ain't me. So I'm gonna take this thing home.
Guess the life of luxury isn't for everybody.
Well, you might be able to take the Freiburger out of a hot rod, but you can't take the hot rod out of Freiburger. Even if the Maybach didn't win him over, I like to think its seemingly unending luxury features left a lasting impression. Whether it's the massaging and reclining seats, or the cabin's quietness, or even that Mercedes juice. Maybe in the future, these things might make him expect a bit more out of his own cars, or at the very least, a tray for his fast food. So the Magic steering system, I forget the official name that
Magic.
Mercedes gives it, but I'm
Yeah.
going to call it Magic steering because they call everything else Magic. My fingertips literally just touching the steering wheel and the car steering itself.
What happens when their fingertips are not touching it? We hit the wall?
Let's find out.
It's actually steering away from the wall, isn't it?
Yep,
You're not touching it, are you?
it's actually telling me to put my hands back on it.
This is wrong. That is completely wrong.
Magic steering.
Wow.
What would this world be without